just introduce Miss Sharmila Maiti to you. Sharmila Maiti is a celebrity anchor, media entrepreneur, writer, and cartoonist. In journalism, worked in the Times of India, Anandalok, Disney Toons Studio, Z24, 24 Ghanta, and ABP Digital until she started her own venture, a digital platform on social media called Sharmila Showhouse. She has made 2 films which have won laurels in the prestigious Kolkata International Film Festival in 2 consecutive years, 2009 and 2010. How you're going to take it forward into that virtual space, because that will take up a lot of time of the lives of people. So on that note, Sharmila is going to talk on those lines and share us a little more information on those lines. So it's going to be a very productive session, and so pay a lot of attention. She's found time, and we hope to make the most.
It's my turn. Actually, I'm honored to be here, and it takes a lot of courage to interact with good people who are coming from diverse professions, and all of you are students. I'm also a student, so if I come to a mistake, please forgive me in the first place. And so we can start off. Let's start. I'm trying to start off in a different manner because I had a frame in my mind, but after coming here, after interacting with you people, I think most of you have already gained some knowledge about digital media already. This workshop is going on since yesterday, so some of you have gained knowledge about things which are not known, which were not known before you joined this workshop. Okay. So Peace Snakes is actually propagating peace. So I'm starting off this photograph. Okay. This is a cartoon. Peace actually, what does it mean? What does it mean to you? Peace, the word peace. What are the derivatives of peace? Happiness. You want to be happy. So you want peace, right?
Happy.
Okay. And any other synonymous?
No fear.
No fear. Okay.
0.0.
Okay. So I try to begin with this cartoon. Yes. So this is a whale, this is a big fish, and there is a small crab. Who is in the most peaceful state? Tell me. The small one.
What is the small?
Small fry. That's a small fish. That's a small fish. That's a relatively bigger one, and this is a whale, the biggest.
The fish.
Whale is happy with. And he is sleeping.
I think the fish in the middle is the one who is at peace.
Who is at peace? And anybody else? Out with it? মাঝখানে? আচ্ছা।
The big one.
আর কেউ বলছেন না ভাই এটা সবচেয়ে peaceful. We are at a peaceful state when we sleep, right?
আমরা স্পাইডারম্যান শিখিয়ে গেছে with great power comes great responsibility.
Do you think this creature is responsible for anything? He's at peace. He is already content with whatever he has done in life, and he is sleeping.
Very hungry.
Sleeping, in a state of sleeping, I think we are at the most peaceful state, right? Do you have any other opinion to voice? No.
I feel none of them is at a peaceful state because in the aquatic ecosystem, we have this fear of being eaten up by the animal of the higher category. And even the whale is...
Okay, let's not extend it to...
In this picture, the whale is at the most peaceful state.
Okay, in this picture. Okay, so no one is concerned about this.
No, I didn't say that is the most peaceful fish.
That's
that fish is at peace.
So I have got diverse opinions about this world we are in. Okay? I suggest this represents the analog generation now. They are more or less content. They had their adventures in their lives, and now they are in a peaceful state. But we are not at peace because we are more or less working generation. Okay? He is peaceful. I definitely agree with you. He is at a peaceful state. But this small fry is actually on a search of peace, and he is actually propagating peace, the happiness quotient among others. Because he has got ideas, big ideas with a small brain.
Yeah.
Actually, we are trying to graduate from here to here. But let me tell you, I got this photograph from a digital platform. From digital platform. Everything is available in digital platform now. You can get anything and everything. This was a representation of something else. But I think in my lecture, it will be more effective if we start thinking from this point of view. And I think this generation is the one who has experienced both analog and digital age. So he is a little bit confused. It is appearing from the expression of this face, little bit confused. But again, he is ready to work towards future. So whatever we are talking about is our vision towards future. Without digital knowledge or without being digital citizen, it is impossible to visualize our world. Now, why am I saying this? Okay, we started off with happiness questions, right? Whatever you do in life, you want to be happy, right? Happiness is the most closest word with peace, because at a peaceful state, we all want to be happy. There have been lectures which has actually enabled you to identify fake news or some other things which are disturbing. And more or less, we get a negative vibe that social media is actually intervening our peace situation. We want to be peaceful, but this social media is constantly hurting us from different sides. And in this digital platform also are actually diverting us. But that should happen. Why are we all, irrespective of caste, creed, economic situation, we are all digital citizens? Why?
Because we all have our presence in the internet. Through the internet, we are all connected.
How? Through social media.
Social media is one.
Okay.
One place.
What are the other perspectives in your mind? Yeah, tell us.
It's a very convenient and easily available platform to stage our opinion.
Okay. Just let me tell you one. How do we connect them? It is possible now.
Yes.
How?
Through the internet.
Through the internet.
Digitalization.
Yeah, through digitalization. Can anyone elaborate a little bit, if you please? You from Nepal?
Maybe they can.
For future use in university and to connect
Yeah.
each other,
Yeah.
it's obviously from the internet.
So they can,
Yeah.
if the
I'm not saying that they can be obviously connected through internet,
Yes.
but
even
the reason they are becoming becoming at one platform is they are using the same device. Okay? Nowadays, whoever is carrying a smartphone or something that is akin to smartphone is actually getting the same access which the best iPhone is giving you. Okay? So in that way, I think this is the best generation because we have worked hard through our generation to achieve this platform where everybody will be the same. Everybody will be accessing the same knowledge. Okay. So I was harping on happiness and peace. How can one be powerful? If you have knowledge, if you have political power, or if you have enough financial backing. Knowledge is power. Can you just elaborate?
Because I have seen people with having lots of money but no brains, so it certainly doesn't work because they don't know where to invest and how to invest, whatever.
Okay.
And then
But they have enough money. They have enough.
then people with political party, I don't know, when you don't have proper idea about things, it somewhere or the other goes wrong, into a wrong direction.
Yeah.
So
But
if you know about things,
if you are educated and you can, you can channelize your knowledge in a right direction, and you can invite investors to back your plan. So money is, loosely I'm just saying money is not a factor in that
It's
extent.
longer.
Yeah, it's just a loose
So
comment.
we can do away with money.
That's debatable.
How many of you have two mobile phones, carrying two mobile phones today? You. And you belong to Nepal. Anybody else? I mean, you can be very frank. No issues. And what about you people?
No, carry.
Two
My
mobile
friends-
phones.
My friends do carry, like several friends do carry. Even my brother carries two.
Yeah. So we are actually carrying multiple phones, and we can afford it. There are sections of people who are carrying 3 to 4 mobiles, but they are economically backward than us. Okay, how come? They are using it for their business purpose. Whatever little business they are doing, they are actually taking help of this vast internet world or the digital world to empower themselves. So, at this point of time, you have the access to the betterment of yourself. You have the access to anything which can do better, and you can make yourself a better person through this connectivity. Okay?
Having two phones doesn't suppress the idea that the person is economically sound, but it might be
No. I'm just asking. That here,
But despite that, he's having 3 or 4. That's what I'm saying.
yeah. So what I am trying to stress upon is, even if you are not economically like somebody,
Yeah.
you can have 2 to 3 mobile phones
Right.
and make them work according to your
Needs.
will and needs. Yes. So are we in a better position to confront all sorts of negativities? Do you agree with me? Because I feel in this world, if we are going in the right direction, we are actually empowering ourselves to become better persons. Okay? So anyone would not agree with me? It will actually enable me to graduate to my next discussion. Yes, please.
Yeah, so I do definitely agree to you when you say that having these devices brings us to a global state of equilibrium where everybody is connecting to the world through the entity we know as internet. But then when you say that a person who's not from a economically sound background possesses 2 or 3 mobile devices and he's using it to, enhance his own life, make himself a better person, that is where I disagree with you, because you having the means to do something and doing something are two very separate things. So the choice of making that individual, the choice of making himself a better person or a better entity on the internet is on that person and is on him and himself alone. So we cannot ensure that just having these devices will help us find a better, how should I say it? A better, like a better brand of people coming about. No,
I mean, more facilitated people.
Yeah.
Okay, choice. So I like the way he has actually came out with his opinion. Choice can be positive and negative. ये choice का दो तरीका है, positive and negative. Okay. I mean, you can choose the better thing. See, one you are given with one apple. Side of it is rotten. एक साइड सड़ा हुआ है, तो आप दूसरी साइड ले सकते हो instead of throwing it out. But we are actually in the social media world now. Whenever we are, we are hopped with negative vibes. Like social media में जो कुछ भी हो रहा है ये ठीक नहीं हो रहा है. I mean, there are people who are talking in this line. I'm saying, I'm trying to assert this, that this is not right way to deal with social media. Without social media, this Kerala flood relief couldn't have been generated.
Yeah.
It is impossible, take it from me, it is impossible for any traditional media to create such a vast, vast response. Even now I remember, because I have a long experience in print, television and magazine. So I have experienced all sorts of boundaries in the traditional media. Without the presence of social media, you cannot express, you cannot accept, or you cannot visualize any kind of social responsibility to be executed in a vast level. Okay? So this is the grand side of internet or social media or digital. Okay, so you agree with me? Am I clear to you? Okay, so what I am trying to stress upon is positive sides are all sorts of social work. And benefits. Okay, I am talking about social media here. Okay, negatives are already, I think ample negative aspects are already given out to you. For fake news, maybe there are threats like Momo and Blue Whale. Please don't confuse this with this.
No, that's right.
Okay. And there is lots of threats which actually making youth or the teenagers a little bit in a dangerous positions, because earlier we used to be frightened or intimidated by characters in books. If they become real, they also imagine themselves to be the part of this fairy tale world where they are the victims. So that's the negative aspect of internet. But since I am trying to give you the tips on how to make yourself self-sufficient to launch your own video channel, I'd like to now elaborate on it. The reason I wanted to give all these examples and all is because you need to be positive and you need to be motivated while looking at the digital world. Without this digital presence, you cannot actually mark yourself anywhere. Acha. Before I begin, I would like to ask one question. How many of you are okay? How many of you teach how to use mobile phone to your parents? How many of you? All of you. Is it a difficulty or it's enjoyment? Difficulty. Okay. How difficult it is? Can you please elaborate?
At some points it's difficult, like getting more into, deeper into some of the applications, but using WhatsApp and all that is okay.
It took me a month to teach my mom how to book an Uber, so that probably sums it up.
Yeah.
Is it your fault or your mom's?
None of us. It's just the
Fault of the
It's just a gap
technology.
between-
My God. What you say?
Difference
Fault of
of-
the
no. It's just a gap. It's the technological gap.
generation gap. Okay. Okay. Technological gap. I do agree with you. This gap was very small when our grandmothers used to communicate with
Dial phones.
our grandmothers used to communicate with our mothers. The gap was really very small.
Yeah.
Would you agree, ma'am?
Of course.
Yeah. And now it is like we are from two worlds. We are aliens to our moms. Yeah, we are. And we will be aliens to our grandchildren. We will be almost obsolete. Living in this world would be like
Dinosaurs.
we are the end, but still living because we are still breathing. Okay, that will be our future. Take it from me. Because slowly I'll demonstrate how our children who are not yet born. Maybe I'm talking about very futuristic I am, but who are not yet born, they will live in a world of virtual reality. Everything they will, from dawn to dusk, they will meet real and virtual people in the same platform. They will meet Nelson Mandela, they will meet Michael Jackson, and they will meet their aunts, their cousins in the same platform. How?
Virtual reality.
What is virtual reality? Do you have any idea?
Yes.
Because the museum is like,
Where did he go? He's not
an
at all.
example of
Where did he go? He's not able to understand anything. Okay. I'm sorry.
I give an example of tuition. My brothers gave part of the daughter, and after 9 days they gave a name, and that's a Subi. And after 10 days I got a friend request from Subi. That was how
That's
made the Facebook account by my mother.
But I think this is something that we come across nowadays, na? Strange requests who are all, who are all living in the same, under the same roof, but sending friend requests at some other place or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got to meet Gandhi yesterday through
Yeah.
virtual reality.
Yeah, and you will be meeting
Definitely.
many persons without doing plan checks. That will be our reality very soon. That will be our reality very soon. Okay, virtual reality, you have any idea?
Yes, we did get to meet Gandhi yesterday.
Acha, quickly.
We actually did. You don't
you need a VR glass now.
No. Ours was just a demonstration, so it was projected on the screen. It was not exactly virtual reality, but we got an essence of what it was.
Okay, but you'll be able to meet Gandhiji via glasses. But I think that will be difficult because the images we get of Gandhiji, those are all black and whites, and that was perfectly analog era. But those who belong to this 2D generation, like television and all, the documentation are there, color photography or color videography was there. Those can be converted to virtual reality. And take it from me, news media is going to be virtual reality very soon. The transformation has already begun. via social media and all. The first news compilation of virtual reality is already being made by a Singapore production house, and it will be.
I have a question. When you say news per se would definitely ascend to a throne of virtual reality, do you mean news as a whole, or just the reporting aspect, just the journalistic aspect of news, or the presentative aspect of news? What exactly do you
Okay.
mean?
So I will be able to answer your question at the end of this discussion, because I think I am successful because he has actually asked what I am going to demonstrate now. Okay, so please wait for some time. So virtual reality would be like a reality with those virtual glasses on. Most of our next generation will wear that glasses to watch TV even. I don't know what the aspect of TV will be there, but mobile phone will soon be extinct. In next 20 years or so, you will not be carrying mobile phone any longer, because everything will be on wave, and there will be some other devices which will be replacing this media. So you haven't faced any kind of bossy environment, right? You had, okay, please go on.
After my graduation, I was working as a translator at Imami, this Ruby office.
Ruby office, yeah.
And
Very big one.
yeah,
And tell me, you had like a flowery
yeah,
image
I was
about.
very excited to see, wow, I'll be working here. But I could not continue there for more than 6 months. I had been working as a translator. I was translating their owner's autobiography from Hindi to English. And later, after working, I had completed half of the translation, and then the contract had to be signed. So there, I read the contract properly, and then I came to know before signing that my name that I'm working on it, that I'm translating, it will be printed on someone else's name, and I'll be paid an amount.
Yeah, that's like ghost writing, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after
But
working
you
for
were
6
not
months,
paid in lakhs or like six-figure
obviously
amount.
not. Obviously not.
Then you had faced
Yeah.
a general boss to me.
Yeah. Then after
Genuine.
working 6 months on it, I did not give them my translated work, and I resigned from the post.
Great. You did right. And then?
Mine was a bit different because I was working with the print media. So I was in the circulation part. So earlier I started with the field work. Then they gave me the office work. And then my boss, whatever he has to email, I used to do that on his behalf. If I don't do it, I used to get words from him. Like he's scolding me and all. Because it was not the part of my job earlier when I joined, I have been there for 2 years and it was a torture.
Your boss is always right.
आपको कोई एक्सपीरियंस है इस बारे में? हाँ.
एक्सपीरियंस है कि जैसे कब हम लोग जो जहाँ काम करते हैं तो जो हमारे सीनियर रहते हैं उनके द्वारा भी कभी अगर वो गलत भी है, अगर हम बोल रहे हैं तो फिर भी वो उनको लगता है कि ये मेरे को ये राय दे रहा है, उस टाइप में फिर वो कहता है कि जो बोल रहा है वो सही है, उसी को मान लो.
Boss is always right.
Right?
Boss is always right.
Actually, this is the situation we need to show them that you are always right. So we will be there.
That's the best way to evade all problems. And you? Any sort of experience? Okay. So, in your own online video channel, you just erase this boss story. There you become your own boss. Okay. So here I will use one hashtag. Be your own boss. Yeah, because in this world now we actually talk in terms of hashtags, and we are always concerned about how many people are following me, which is not bad at all. because this social media is now actually the powerful news media now. Not Times of India or any other brands, because all of them are following social media. You will get news on tweets and Facebook posts and other kind of like Instagram posts. You will get news from there. Then it is not like social media is following any newspaper article.
Even the live news goes on.
Yes. So the situation has already changed. The reason you are now enabled to open your own online video channel, be it YouTube or Facebook or Twitter में उतना नहीं है. Anyway, Facebook or any sort of social platform, you can open your own channel. The reason is this, because an individual can be equal to any brand now. Even you will get more followers for for example, Virat Kohli than Times of India. If you have the access to internet now, you can compare their number of followers. So the existence of traditional media is actually being equal to any individual now. So you can, without any hesitation, you can open your own channel, provided you have enough talent or you are like equipped with equipped with all these devices which are available. Earlier, what used to happen in the boss story era, you have to depend upon your boss. Come watch me. I salute this lady because he has walked out without submitting his work. Without submitting her work, right?
Yeah, there was no point.
No point. Yeah. So you actually valued your individual than the company. So this is the best time to start up for your own, because you are now courageous enough. You have the drive to
From
start
then on,
up.
I have been writing as a freelancer.
Yeah.
It's better.
That's the best place. No boss.
Well, at this juncture, I'd also like to point out, hashtag Be Your Own Boss has already been acquired by Food Tech in the United States of America.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
there's a corporation already using these hashtags, Be Your Own Boss.
No. I'm not like
I
invented
do
this.
realize that. I'm just pointing it out.
I'm not inventing this. I'm just going to tell you that be your own boss is the mental makeup that you have to nurture within yourself when you open a new venture. Lady from Assam, what's your name?
Sukanya Singh.
Sukarna.
Yeah.
Sukarna, you want to open, want to direct a documentary after you finish this workshop,
Yeah,
right?
so it's gonna be kind of a very short documentary which can be used and spread through different social media handles.
Yeah, see, whatever you do, even if you have, have dreamt of being a chef, without social media you can't do anything. You can't do anything. Even without a website, you can do away with a website on your own. But social media is so much powerful that will save your expenses to many extents. Prioritize them to chase their own dreams. But then, even then, we are bad parents, right? So the argument will go on anyway. But we have definitely become more kind towards their own dreams. The reason lies more or less in this digital era, because we are being able to learn more things, being able to experience more motivational videos to enlighten our kids. Okay. The reason I am telling that this is a good platform, and this is in fact, I can bear all kind of arguments, but this is the best platform, and we are going to the right direction. The direction which earlier used to be imaginary. Now we are in a better position in a better world if we if we literate ourselves in that manner, in the right direction, we will definitely be open to a better world of dreams which were unfulfilled. This is the reality now. Nowadays, you can pursue digital marketing, be whatever your profession or be whatever your professional dream is. Digital marketing you need to learn to enable yourselves to become part of a better world and to become economically conscious. This is digital brand, digital culture, and both of them makes digital business. Do you understand do you have any hack of it? Anything you understand from this photograph? Tell me, what did you derive from this photograph?
Just from this photograph.
Just from this photograph, offhand.
This is probably an independent digital brand that you've established, and given the current digital culture of people embracing the internet and the various facets that the internet provides us, we do at some point realize that we can begin to actually monetize this entire situation, and that leads to a digital business.
Okay. Do you understand what is going on? आप कुछ बोल सकते हैं इस बारे में?
जो डिजिटल जो कल्चर है, वो कल्चर मतलब हमारा व्यवहार में वो अभी चालू हो गया, हमारा व्यवहार में वो आ गया। देन वो और जो ब्रांड डिजिटल ब्रांड है, जिसमें कि बहुत सारे इंस्ट्रूमेंट है, बहुत सारे उपकरण है, जैसे कि हम लोग जोड़ करके उसको वो जो डिजिटल बिजनेस है, जो दोनों मिल करके एक बिजनेस का रूप लिया, वो इस फोटो के माध्यम से।
हाँ। Nowadays this is a reality, because if you open a video channel, then you are actually branding yourself to the world. So in business, and you have reached out to interested people. Yes, who are not going to buy cakes from Myanmar or the French loaf or somewhere else, but they are taking interest in your cakes.
Yes, and
by
there
the,
are thousands of bakers like me. There are thousands of bakers like me who use this digital medium to sell their products. And so this is a great boon to businesses like us. And
yes, this is a great boon to small and medium scale business. Because earlier, for any kind of brand, brand enhancement, people or the brand people, owner of brands would resort to this traditional medium like newspaper ads, hoardings, television ads. All these are extremely costly, and it was growing costlier day by day. Okay, 10 years before, the ad price or ad cost was much less, so it was on affordable rates to many people. But the advent of social media has actually it was like turbulent, I'd say explosive platform, which has actually nulled this business. Nowadays, traditional medium is actually hankering for ads. Earlier, ad people used to come and ask for slots. Now the equation is completely haywire. They are suffering a lot. Job cuts are being held in those areas. Cost cutting, that's again a different issue. They are cutting costs from the work level people. That's why the pyramid is secure on top. And they are highly paid people. You can't imagine how much they are being paid. They are actually taking shares of all the company. But when cost cutting happens, It happens on the lowest level.
Exactly.
Why does it happen this way? Why should that be considered in a company? If you continuously cut off the lower layers and all, how does a company survive? How does a company survive? Will it be able to survive? If you constantly cut off the workforce level, that's why many company has doomed. Any new stream is will make you more proficient for your career. Always go for learning yourself. Even if you are a top boss of a concern, you need to learn continuously. That's why we are progressing from technical knowledge to artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is it's an open system for many jobs. Many. You can't even imagine. For example, it's totally my experience. I used to work with television channel, and I thought that this is my future. Because I was happy interviewing many people and all. But I have seen within 5 years of time, television is suffering a crunch. Okay? It is not visible to others, visible to the audience. But inside people like us, insiders like us, we are gradually sensing it. It's crunching. The way out is to learn yourself to make a move with the generation. With the new learnings, whatever is coming. And I got a job which was not there 1 year before. There's no concept of this job. I got a job in Anandabazar Patrika's digital section. And that was I was a department head. But 1 year before that job was not there. Because 1 year before there was no concept of Geo. Geo was a game changer. For Geo, you have the access to infinite internet, and even now it is very cheap.
And it is open to everyone.
And it is open to everyone. Yes, it is open to everyone. Be it the top boss of a US university to the farmer, because it is affordable to them. The concept has changed from roti kapda makan to roti kapda and mobile. Because mobile is a device which is enabling you to do more jobs at a time. Okay. At some point of time, she was telling that I have now. I'm a freelancer. I am making cakes. I have time for other businesses. So she is actually doing multiple business at the same time, earning from every business. Okay. This openness is possible because we are in a digital generation. We are digital citizens. That's why it is possible. Okay. So I'm quickly moving to YouTube to Facebook channel. You can open a Facebook page and start posting your own videos. Luckily, in Facebook those strictures are not as strong as YouTube. Okay. Facebook is more liberal. They allow you with if you want to sing a song of Lata Mangeshkar, you will be not, the copyright will not be violated. Or rules are more. This is more liberal platform. So you can open your YouTube channel, Facebook channel, Facebook video. You can post, and videos are now very popular. Very popular. Within an hour, you can get 50 videos through your WhatsApp, or there will be notifications of videos and all. Why is it happening? Why is it happening? Why there are so many videos? Why there is a proliferation of videos?
Because audiovisual medium is the medium of communication. That is the best way to spread your message across. And that is something like people would invest their time viewing. So,
yes.
On a global platform.
And also, you are watching videos, online videos, because it is free.
free as well as it breaks barriers. I mean, it's not limited by language or by ethnicity, groups, communities.
Even
it's
if
global.
you cannot read, you can listen to it. You can understand.
True. So my point is made. Actually, I tried to derive at this notion that there are multiple things, multiple videos that can motivate you in different areas, which you earlier you never knew that you can become a photographer. Your destination or your maybe your destiny was somewhat focused, and it was actually I'd say it was actually our parents or our elders were maker and breakers of our destiny. In some way or other, I'm not blaming them, but that was the order of the society. Now it is such open platform, courtesy to this online intrusion in our lives, that you can choose from this whole lot of videos what is useful to yourself. Okay.
Just as you say that these forums provide us with a platform to express ourselves, what I would like to ask you here is, what do you think about the concept of saturation of the internet with content that is not useful to everybody, right? Because when we look online nowadays, we are bombarded with an assortment of videos that we not just videos, various sorts of audiovisual production. We're bombarded with this entire plethora of audiovisual productions which may or may not
so much useful. I mean, which can be do away with or which can be avoided.
So in that way, the market then becomes saturated at a point where there is no more space for us to profess or push through our agenda, right? So the viewership in that scenario does not necessarily increase at a rate or at a level in which we expect it to. The progression decreases in a very high manner. So how do you counteract that?
Okay, good question. It sometimes seems that we have too much of everything, right? We're given too much of information on this. We feel bored out of it. Okay? Let me tell you, this market is never limited. Market is infinite. Market is infinite. Videos could be infinite. Okay? Choice is yours. What to choose? What to tell? Build up your own opinion. If you think that these are all craps, I mean, no one is stopping you to give the best. You give your best. But that is not easy. Why it is not easy? Because you are not equipped with all the elements. But that is also you think. You can be equipped, well equipped. What do you say, Dedan? You can be equipped you can equip yourself. It's very easy. The reason why television medium is crunching, is facing a crunch or shrinking, is earlier those devices which are now available in the form of apps. Television has already invested a lot of money to make it viable. Like, what happens during a television live show? What do you see on television? During a television live, say for example, live from Kerala. What do you see on television? Live from Kerala flood affected areas.
Current situation.
Yeah, current situation. But how does it happen? There is an anchor sitting at the studio. There is a reporter out there, and the anchor and reporter somehow gets connected, and the news is being made. Okay, being reported to the audience. But for this matter, you know how much of financial involvement is there? A company needs to send one reporter and one camera person to the spot.
No, but then we are at an age of mobile journalism right now. Like companies, you see companies like Ajtak taking out their entire cameramen, like their entire fleet of cameramen and equipping reporters with iPhones and microphones.
That's
So
already in fact. Yeah, I'm talking about devices. NDTV has already resorted
to
to
mobile journalism. Yeah.
Mobile
So
journalism.
The entire cash scene comes
Even
down.
then, how do you sync from there to the newsroom, which is in
Newsroom
Kolkata?
now on the internet. The
No. NDTV is in the internet. I am saying that other medium. I am crossing out this platform. This NDTV has already become is the pioneer one to shift themselves from this medium to digital. Okay. They are invested a lot. Let me tell you, you don't know actually. For any kind of live, I mean unhindered live demonstration on television, you need a OB van, you need 3 technical hands, you need cables, you need one camera person, you need one reporter, and back to the studio, you need 3 MCR people. MCR is the one who incorporate ads, and a PCR people to operate, to connect and operate in the studio, and there is an anchor sitting on the studio. This whole setup, very costly, damn costly. Okay, but nowadays what do we do? If we accidentally visit on Kerala during the flood, we take a Facebook live and post it. Even during the flood, many videos are taken from Facebook to establish themselves. So who is following whom? Television is following the social media, and again their expense is quite a lot for to do one live, to perform just one live, and even then they can't connect the reporter and the anchor at the same time. Sometimes there is 10 seconds gap. Anchor cannot hear what is reporter speaking, and these are all. I mean, these used to be rampant, and this was natural at some point of time when Facebook and all these were very personal things. Now that it has outgrown themselves to a platform, once it is saturated, another cloud is created. Okay, and there is no end to this cloud as far as knowledge goes now. Now, maybe 20 years later, what will happen? Nobody knows. There will be a internet blast and everything will be blank. Maybe we will be starting from dinosaur age. But at this point of time, take it from me or take it from any digital trainer. Now it is time where we can look at the infinite. Because storage is infinite, knowledge is infinite, and anything you do is going to be preserved forever. Yeah, tell me.
I do completely agree to you that storage is infinite, but when I was talking about the market, I meant the viewership. The viewers are not infinite.
Viewers are infinite. Viewers are being created. My mom, who was watching only television 1 year back, she has resorted to Hotstar. She doesn't watch television anymore. Take it from me. He is a new consumer. You have to create it.
Exactly. Now in this space,
And lot of children are being born by the grace of God. They will be consumers someday.
yeah, that is. I mean, in the space of where you say the viewership is slowly increasing, the amount of content that is draining into the net is also increasing in a,
Diverse form and
not just a diverse, a very huge rate at which it's getting there. So my question stands at that same point. With that given viewership, even if the increase in viewership, the increase in the content flow is way more than what the increase in viewership is. So how do you at that point, standing at that point,
how can you derive at that inference?
This is statistically proven.
What is the statistics? Tell me.
I don't exactly know, but then
Yeah.
these are statistics.
So you are trying to convey that the number of videos or number of proliferations are not actually in
proportion to the viewers.
in proportion to the viewers.
Yeah.
But I doubt this. I doubt this. It is because there is a fear in yourself that maybe whatever I will be going to do, some other people has already done it. There is a fear. I mean, from the maker's side and from the viewer's side, your choice is infinite. If you find any videos not useful, you don't watch them, and they will not be able to make money, because until and unless you watch for 2 minutes, no videos are going to be monetized. Okay. So they will stop, eventually they will stop making videos. So your problem is solved. Only good things will survive. Only because videos can give more information than a big writer. Books, still I believe, is the maker of hearts. Okay, maker of intellect. Books will be books. If you want to digitize it, make an audio book. Okay, that will be helpful for everyone. That will give you sound to the words. Okay, so whoever not quite proficient in that language will be able to listen and visualize. The reason very small kids are now internet literate is because the audibility of image. They know many things which you don't know, and they have a huge gap with grandmothers, grandparents, huge one. Earlier in our when we were like children, we used to, we are awestruck by fairy tales narrated by our grandparents. Nowadays, at this stage, narration suffered a bit. It has been translated to videos or audios or sounds, pictures, these ways. But this is a better platform, because my son, I have seen, he's just 4 years old. He will be 4 years old in this September. He has learned many things. He can read anything, any unknown words. How is it possible? Because of the audibility of any images. Because of that, we were not exposed to this kind of teaching method or this kind of generation, this kind of digital platform. So I will look at it as an advantage, because he is learning at a better pace. Okay. So identifying your target audience or viewers is the